Welcome to today's episode of Creative Code, where we dive into the ever-evolving world of web development. I'm your host, Your Name, and today we're having an engaging discussion about an initiative that's aiming to revolutionize how web developers create interfaces, the openui Charter. So what's the story here? Let's roll back the clock to the beginnings of the internet. Yes, even before binge watching became a thing. Back in 1993, HTML 1.0 introduced basic form controls. These were our gateways to interaction, entering text, clicking buttons, and uploading files. Can you imagine a web where you couldn't even submit a form? I mean, that would be wild. By today's standards, those controls feel pretty rudimentary, right? But fast forward to the mid-2000s, the era of Web 2.0. A golden age of interactivity emerged, and designers were clamoring for more features. Think of it like wanting to upgrade from a flip phone to a smartphone. The scene became chaotic as developers resorted to third-party plugins and frameworks to meet their users' demands. This is where HTML5 stepped in, aiming to pave the cow paths of the most popular design patterns seen across millions of sites. Imagine trying to create an interactive interface without needing a whole toolbox of plugins. It sounds liberating. HTML5 allowed developers to design rich, responsive forms using inherent HTML elements. However, here's the catch. Despite all the advancements, it's been over 15 years since we've seen a major update to these controls. So what's happening now? Well, as web projects grow complex, developers often find themselves resorting to heavy JavaScript frameworks that can slow things down and sometimes make sites less accessible. It's like trying to run a marathon in work boots. Definitely not optimal. Now, designers want more agency over how their user interfaces look and feel. They want something that aligns with their brand's voice. The existing HTML controls just aren't cutting it anymore. This is where the openui community group steps in with a bold vision to modernize HTML and standardize the technologies that will allow developers to craft custom user interfaces effortlessly. And how do they plan on doing this? Well, openui isn't just about tweaking a few elements here and there. They're looking to create a powerful architecture that combines HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and web APIs. Isn't that intriguing? Now, their scope includes research to document universal patterns from those popular frameworks, planning guiding design principles, and drafting proposals with suggested improvements that will be submitted to various standards organizations. It's a collaborative effort, one that recognizes that the web is a community space and that everyone has input. But what's not on the table? They won't be delving into creating unique UI patterns or customizing the default looks on different operating systems, which I think keeps the project grounded and focused. If you're inspired by all of this and want to get involved, the openui community welcomes contributions. It's a fantastic opportunity to engage with others interested in shaping the future of web development. As we wrap up our deep dive into the openui Charter, let's reflect. How crucial do you think these advancements are for the future of web design? And as a web developer or designer listening to this, what user interface struggles do you face that you hope innovations like openui can solve? Join us next time on Creative Code, where we'll explore more hot topics in technology. Remember to stay curious and keep pushing the boundaries of what you can create online. Until then, thanks for tuning in.